Alrighty, people. Welcome back to the channel. I'm doing this in the morning, so my voice is a bit low right now, but it's the Game of the Year awards, and I figured might as well do something for the channel. So, welcome back. Let's talk about the Game of the Year awards. So, I've heard a lot of smack talking, glue licking, brick eating opinions about this thing. Alright? The whole thing about DLCs being in this, remakes being in this, right? Now, I'll talk about those when we get here, but let's go ahead with the awards. Now, if you guys didn't know, for League of Legends, T1 has won their 5th Worlds to this date. Now, T1 has been the most successful League of Legends team, or more like esports team on this planet. Alright? I don't think people realize how hard it is to win a Worlds in League of Legends. It is different than Dota. Dota doesn't even have the amount of player base League of Legends have. Counter-Strike, not even close. Like, look at this. 3 out of the 5 nominated teams are League of Legends. Bilibili is Chinese team. They went against T1 in the latest Worlds, and T1 won. Right? It was crazy. Everyone knew that Bilibili had a good record against T1, but everyone knew that T1 had a 100% win rate in the finals against Chinese teams. Alright? If it wasn't T1, it was nobody. Alright, T1, 100% win rate against Chinese teams. Now, best esports team, obviously T1. Ah, yes. Ah, yes. This is a no question. Like, who even are these guys? No, who are these guys? No one knows them. But who's the one that everyone should know? Faker. The GOAT. The GOAT of League of Legends. Oh yeah, and then the rising star Chovy. Alright, he may be the new Faker after. But he won't be the new Faker until the real Faker leaves. Best esports game. I hate all of these games because I've played all of them. I hate all of them. They literally bring out the worst in you. Alright? Valorant, the current meta, dog shit. Neon, what the fuck are you doing, Riot? Mobile Legends, I just haven't played that game in forever. I played it back in the day, got to, I think the 2nd or 3rd highest ranked. It was like Epic or Grandmaster or something like that. League of Legends, I'm gold. And that was all I was going to put the effort into it. I don't care about getting to plat or anything like that. You know, it's like, whatever Nice said about, going Diamond 2s, you beat League of Legends. Screw that. Get gold, you beat it. You're better than, like, I don't know, 80% of the player base. Once you hit gold, you're better than, like, 90% of the player base once you hit, like, plat or diamond. Right? Dota 2, didn't play too much of it. A little too slow, a little too boring. Build diversity is kind of whatever. The character diversity is whatever. Again, I kind of like that Dota 2 has not that much character diversity, because League of Legends has too much. If League of Legends comes out with the League of Legends 2, yeah, knock that 170 whatever champions down to like 80. There's like so many champions. Counter-Strike, same game over and over again. Right? Valorant copied it. Except Valorant has agents, and Counter-Strike is the same thing over and over again. So, best esports game, I really don't care. It's probably going to be a League of Legends because Faker. Content Creator of the Year, Usada Pekoro-san, all that stuff. Sure. Queso, sure. The rest of these guys, who are they? Most anticipated game of the year. Death Stranding 2. I didn't even know that was coming out. Ghost of Yote. Lots of controversy, especially with the lead actor or actress. She kind of made people mad. Now, am I looking forward to it? Yeah, because Ghost of Tsushima was amazing. Now, does this character make sense because we want to see Jin, the main character of Ghost of Tsushima? I don't know. It's okay. She's like a Kunoichi or something like that, right? Hopefully. It's okay. Grand Theft Auto 6, I don't care. Haven't been the biggest Grand Theft Auto player. I could care less about it. Metroid Prime, I played the Metroid Prime games growing up. I like Samus, especially when she's not in the armor. But realistically, I don't care. It's been a while. Alright, it's like Mega Man. It's when a new Mega Man game comes out, it's like cool. Played it as a kid. Right now, don't care. But Monster Hunter Wilds. That's the big one. That's the big fish. That's the yellowfin tuna we're looking for. Alright? It's the good one. That's my vote. Monster Hunter Wilds, just from the look of the demo, might be the best-selling Capcom game to have ever existed on the planet. Alright? This game, pretty amazing. Now, the demo was like, it was okay. Right? Definitely performance issues, but gameplay-wise, fantastic. The little bits of extra moves gives it just a little bit of nudge over Monster Hunter Worlds, right? I do like the fastness, the move sets of Monster Hunter Rise. I think giving that little part of Rise to Worlds, that is Wilds, man, that's a confusing sentence. Just made it that much better. And if you use longsword, greatsword, all those counter moves, the extra what it moves that you get at the end of combos that they added, crazy. Makes you feel like you're in an anime. Movie magic. Best adaptation. Tomb Raider's the one where they made Lara Croft gay, right? Yeah, trash. Don't go changing characters, alright? No one cares about their sexuality. Write a good story. Make good villains. No one cares, alright? Don't go trauma dumping. We don't care about that shit. Like Yakuza, watch the first 3 episodes. Haven't really felt like going back to watch the next 3 episodes. It's okay. I like the games. Majority of the time, the games are like unreasonably funny because of just the situations. But the show itself, like our main dude here, Kamen Rider Drive, like come on, bro. Like that's a good actor. But I wish he kind of beefed up a bit more. Knuckles, didn't watch it. I know that Idris Elba, I think that's how you say his name, is Knuckles. It's cool. But as far as I've heard, it's an okay show. It's like a 7 out of 10. Fallout, probably gonna win. I know there's a lot of glue sniffers, brick eaters of Arcane, but I think Fallout's gonna win. While I do like Arcane, the best thing about Season 2 so far is Warwick. Alright? Going through Zon with the W. Alright? Dude went into the jungle with W start. That's all I gotta say. But yeah, I think Fallout's pretty good. Best multiplayer. The one that might win is Call of Duty because of all the Brick Eaters and of COD fans. Like, hey, I like COD. I'm a OG Black Ops 2 player. You know, I played the lobbies with all the slurs and everything. I've definitely said them all the time. But my winner is Warhammer. I think Warhammer just felt like an OG Xbox 360 game, and it just hit that itch that I wanted for a very long time that I couldn't scratch. Tekken, love Tekken, but yeah. Didn't play the Super Mario Party Jamboree. Again, I played Super Mario Party on like Nintendo Lite, Nintendo DS, 3DS as well. Yeah, it's okay, you know. Helldivers, like, who cares? Sony kind of, effed it up for everybody. So my winner is not Helldivers, Warhammer. Best sports racing, could care less. Let's go with soccer. Maybe WWE. Best sim/strategy. Is sim and strategy even the same thing? Like, sim is like Sim City, right? Strategy, I don't know, turn based, real time or turn based simulation, strategy gameplay. I don't know. Let's see. Looks like shit. Looks like shit. I heard it was a bit of a mess. This one popped off earlier in the year, but dropped off. And then this one has like Grand Blue Fantasy art style. Let's go with that. Unicorn Overlord. Alright, best family game. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom is a family game. It's more like a single player girl game that is about Zelda trying to save Link, if I remember correctly. Princess Peach Showtime kind of sounds like the same thing. So I wouldn't call that a family game. Plucky Square, don't know about this game. Astrobot, I don't think it's a family game. It's a single player game. So let's go with Mario Party. Best fighting game. Now, this one I have opinions on. Tekken's dope. Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rising. Jesus, early in the morning. I can't speak. Heard it was great. Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball. Now, the two that I have opinions on are Marvel vs. Capcom. Was it MVC? And Multiverses. Pretty sure Multiverses has dropped off the cliff of the planet. Alright. And also, this one won an award for, like, best fighting a couple years ago. When it was in beta. Which made no sense. I don't even know if it won over, like, I don't know, when did Street Fighter 6 come out? I don't remember. But when it came out in beta, it kind of didn't deserve it. Now, vs. Capcom Collection. Arcade Classics. It's a culmination of the OG arcade games of Marvel vs. Capcom, where I played Wolverine because that was the most broken character in the entire game. Or was it Saber? It was one of those guys. But yeah, best game that should win should be Dragon Ball. Watched it a lot. I'm not much of a fighting game person. I played a lot growing up, but right now, could care less. But I watched it. I think Sparking Zero is probably the should-be winner. The best RPG? This one's pretty good. I think Dragon's Dogma was good, but fell off a cliff because I think the gameplay and the story was just not what people expected. While the game was good, the combat and the gameplay was good, I think everything around it was just okay at best. I'm not even going to talk about Elden Ring Shadow of the Earth Tree because it's DLC, and I'll talk about it when we get to Game of the Year. Final Fantasy Rebirth, again, a remake where the story is the exact same, but better graphics and music and all that stuff. Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, again, like the series. Could it win? Maybe. Metaphor Retan Fantasio. Persona art style. I heard a lot of good things about this. A little too many good things. Except that it's a turn-based. And I'm not the biggest fan of turn-based games. So let's say Metaphor wins. Even though the one that I want to win is Infinite Wealth. Now this one makes no sense. Yeah, this one makes no sense. Star Wars Outlaws was probably one of the worst games released this year. Not as bad as Concord, but pretty bad. Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom was never talked about at all. Silent Hill 2, heard some good things about it. The voice actor for the guy, I totally forgot what's his name. It's not Leon or whatever, I think. Did an amazing job. He pretty much carried. Prince of Persia, heard it was whack. And also, he looks more black than Persian. Astrobot. I feel like Astrobot's being given a lot of stuff. Like, what are they doing? But why do I feel like Black Myth Wukong should be here, and Stellar Blade should be here, and what? There's like a bunch of other games. Maybe you could have put Helldivers here. I don't know. There's a lot of action adventure games that deserves far more than this trash, whatever this is. I don't even think this is an action game. It's more like, cozy adventure game. But I would say Silent Hill 2. They put it over here. This makes no sense. Well, it makes sense, but kind of makes no sense at the same time. Like, okay, whoever made this list, they actually eat bricks. They actually sniff glue. Best action game, Black Myth Wukong, no contest. Now, Warhammer, the goriness of Doom meets the awesomeness of Halo, something like that. This was great. Stellar Blade, Six and Mama. That's about it. And could care less about these two. Best VR game, let's go Batman. Yeah, let's go Batman. Best mobile game. What is Balatrio? What is that? AFK Journey, I played that game, but it's AFK. It's an AFK game. Pokemon Trading Card Pocket. Don't know. ZZZ, yeah, put me to sleep. Wuthering Waves, sure. Best debut indie game. Animal Well. Again, what is Balatrio? I'm seeing it too much. But also, isn't Black Myth Wukong an indie game? Yeah. Isn't Black Myth Wukong an indie game? Or an independent game? I think Black Myth Wukong should be in here. Um, yeah, could care less. Let's go with one of these two. I'm seeing this one too much. What is that game? Yeah, I'm seeing it too much. Best community support. Nope. Sony already done messed up. Maybe Fortnite. Baldur's Gate, doubt it. It's pretty much chilled out now. Final Fantasy 14, for the most part, it's been chilled right now. Let's go Fortnite. Best ongoing game. That's a joke. That's a joke. This one, the beginning was trash, but now it's okay at best. Let's give it a Fortnite. Games for Impact. Don't know any of these games. Heard about this one. Pro Social Meaning. Where's the Crab's Treasure? About not polluting the oceans. I'm gonna go with Another Crab's Treasure. Innovation to accessibility. Let's see. Any game that some kid with no arms can play on a controller with their feet. Sure. Best performance. Let's go with Silent Hill 2 or Final Fantasy Rebirth. Best audio design. Pretty sure Hellblade 2 is literally all audio. Like it's like a psychological audio thriller type of deal. I wouldn't be mad if I was giving it to Final Fantasy or Silent Hill. But this game is literally all audio, I'm pretty sure. Score and music. Again, maybe Final Fantasy. Maybe Metaphor. I can't say about these two. And why is this here? Best art direction. Either Metaphor, just because I like the Persona series, and the animes, and the movies, or Black Myth Wukong. Best narrative. All of these seem decent. All of these seem decent. Maybe Black Myth Wukong should be here because the storytelling was actually really good. But maybe one of these two. Maybe Metaphor or... Well, actually... The story... I wouldn't give it to Final Fantasy because it's a literal copy and paste from the old game. So, no. Let's go with... Maybe not Silent Hill 2 either because I'm pretty sure that's also a remake. Yeah, okay, let's go with Like a Dragon or Metaphor. One of those two. Best game direction. Why is Blatro and Astrobot here? Like, I get that the Game Awards is kind of a marketing thing at the same time. It is a, recognition of, game makers and game studios' talents and whatnot. But at the same time, what? These two? What? But also, I don't think these two should really be here. Maybe Final Fantasy. I would give Final Fantasy a pass because it's a whole new graphics and new music, redoing of the voice acting, but copy and paste the story. But I would give it to Black Myth Wukong or Metaphor. I would say Black Myth Wukong's my vote. Now, best game of the year. Let's talk about DLCs. Having a DLC up here, even right here, makes no sense. Because a DLC requires you to have the base game before even having the DLC. You cannot play the DLC without the actual game, because the DLC, at the end of the day, is expansion content. So it makes no sense to have Shadow of Erdtree as Game of the Year. And you think Elden Ring, Shadow of Erdtree is your Game of the Year? Go ahead. 100% valid. Your opinion. Just know that you probably eat bricks and sniff glue. Alright? But Final Fantasy Rebirth probably doesn't really deserve to be up here either. It's just a retelling of a story already told. Just better music, better graphics, and better voice acting, maybe. Right? Don't know if they got the same voice actors or they got different ones. But yeah. Played the old Final Fantasy VII back in the day. But the winner should be Black Myth Wukong. Again, over 2 million people on Steam played this. Alright? Bellatrial, what is this game? Astrobot, I'm pretty sure is a PlayStation only. And for you to be Game of the Year, I think you would have to be like Black Myth Wukong and be on everything. Metaphor probably had as a really good chance, but I think Black Myth Wukong should just beat out everything. If Black Myth Wukong just doesn't beat out everything, I don't know, man. I don't know. There's a lot of brick eaters and glue sniffers in the world, alright? But yeah, so my Game of the Year winner is Black Myth Wukong. And that, honestly, that's about it. I don't think there's anything else. Yeah, Game of the Year. Yeah, my Game of the Year is Black Myth Wukong, 100%. Game's fantastic. You literally go through New Game Plus 3 times, maybe I think 3 or 4 times, to get Wukong stance, and then you get like the enhanced version of all the moves that he does in the beginning. It's utterly crazy, awesome shit. It's some really dope stuff. But yeah, for the most part, haven't played a lot of these games. Mostly watched a lot of them. Black Myth Wukong is the only one that I've played out of all these. I did play Elden Ring Shadow of Erdtree, but literally kind of played like an hour of it and was like, okay. And then watched other people play it and it's like, okay. But I don't know. I'm not Elden Ring, train writer. I kind of could care less. But yeah, Game of the Year winner should be Black Myth Wukong. Like, no doubts. Probably the most newest breath of life to gaming this year of all the shit. Like Concord, like Star Wars Outlaws, like Starfield, biggest, fresh breath with lemons and limes in the air. Alright? Hawaiian breeze. Something like that. But yeah, that should be it. That should be it. Yeah.